Here's one new reason why men are fucked up out here. And I gotta smoke on this first. It's because men now have to compete in a brand new world that they never had to compete in before. Men have to compete in a world now where not only are women fully in the workforce, fully in college, fully getting their education, fully up in their skills, fully getting their trades, and feeling more and more emboldened, if not by necessity, then at least by seeing other women do it, and now they're going for theirs. And so men now don't have the luxury, as they had in almost every previous generation, of saying, look, at some point in time, this woman is going to want to start a family. At some point in time, this woman is going to want to have a home. At some point in this time, this woman is going to want to be claimed. So all I have to do is either on the high end of the scale, get myself together, get a little education, maybe not, get a nice job. I got a nice job. It pays good. Don't really matter what the fuck it is, but it pays good. I can pay bills. I can get us a home. I can give you what you want, what you need. And so now you're in a dynamic where all that man has to do is just, quote unquote, provide. He could be, like I say, he could be doing criminal activity. He could be doing all types of illegal shit, but he's providing. So that used to be the dynamic. A woman, when she reaches a certain age, especially in certain parts of the country, a woman reaches a certain age, hey, I would like to be Mrs. And there's a certain societal, if not familial pressure to get chose. And so a lot of men traditionally could just kind of like be an option. Well, in today's age, that woman don't need you to get a fucking home. That woman don't need you to put a ring on her finger. That woman don't need your last name at the end of hers. There's so many things that traditionally women needed men to do. They don't need that anymore. So now what can you provide? What can this motherfucker provide you? That's what many women are asking now, whereas before it was like, no, how can I make myself suitable to be chose? It's different now. The game is different. It's straight up different than any other previous generation, because before, men, the patriarchy, whatever reasons, biology, whatever reasons you want to state for why it was, but previously, men could always position themselves as the protector, the provider, and you can't just be up under your family your whole life. You need to be up under me. That ain't the case no more. It may not ever be the case ever again. And amen on that. You know what I'm saying? Women need to be autonomous and independent. I'm a Sigma male. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me to be traditionalist, conservative, old school, and act like a woman's place is behind a man. No, a woman's place is wherever it is she can fucking make it. And if you a scrub, bitch, then I guess you ride in the back. If you a boss, bitch, I guess you hold on to the wheel. It is what it is. Don't let no man hold you back. So that's the new dynamic now. Second way that men are fucked up out here, because like I said, the first way is now they have to compete with women. They never really had to compete with women before. And now not only do they compete with women, many women are looking at them like, oh yeah, you got to do better if you want to fuck with me. I can do better than you by myself. I'm doing better than you by myself. I need someone that can lift me up. So the second way that men are getting fucked up out here is that now, how can I say this without saying it fucked up? Now with the freedom that women have to not only control their cycles, as far as giving, birth control pills, because you got to remember the birth control pill. A lot of people younger than Gen X, they wouldn't really notice. Millennials and shit. The baby pill, the birth control pill in the U.S. came out in 1960, I believe. So your grandmama probably was the first one at some point in time to like get the pill and be like, oh, I don't have to get pregnant every single time I have sex with this motherfucker. This nigga got me with 9 kids. his stroke ain't even that good. So, you got a dynamic now where women are like, no, motherfucker, not this time, not this week, not this year. We only gonna have 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. So my point being is now that women have had the power for 60 plus years to, in some parts of the country, to not only control when they get pregnant, but whether or not they're going to deliver. That's another subject. So that's huge power that never existed before. A man, like I said before, could, be an option. Woman wants to get chose. He slides in there, literally, gets her pregnant, and now where you going? I know you're not about to be a single woman out here with a kid by herself. Come on now. But, look at what you got going on around here now. But a lot of women are in a much better position, financially, mentally, emotionally, to make that move. So, but the second part is now that women have the freedom to choose when relatively to be claimed, to choose when to start a family, to choose how to start a family. There's been a growing freedom of gay and lesbian relationships. And like I say, once again, I'm a Sigma male. I'm not really about restricting people. So you love who you love, you fuck with who you fuck with. And hopefully you're happy and it's not an abusive situation. But the problem where it comes for men is now you have a lot of women who not only don't have to choose you because they're making bread. 2, they don't have to choose you because they can decide when and how to be chose. 3, they don't have to ride with the stigma and the isolation and being ostracized for liking, being attracted to, or falling in love with another woman. There were many men back in the day, even some now, like, oh, I'm gonna wait for this bitch to be, for her to be ostracized and her family pressure her to stop munching on carpets and come get some of this sausage. Now, that's not the case. You even see this now. Gotta smoke on this. You even see this now. You see many women. I have seen many women, often younger than 35, younger than 30, younger than 35, but many younger women. Good looking women. Nice. You caught my attention. I paid attention to you. Cha-ching. And they know that many men do hit on them or would hit on them. And they are with not only a woman, but a manly looking woman. To the point where at first you think, oh, she with a dude. Wait, no. If you're going to be with a female, why you with a female that look like a dude? That's how some people feel. I'm not necessarily saying that's how I feel. I'm just saying. So it'd be fucking some men up like, hold on, do you like dick or not? Because you with a dude, female, that look like she got dick. I got dick too, but I got the authentic kind. I got the real for real. So you had dudes, that's fucked up out here. Like, not only is these females looking at me weird, like, up my game. Not only are they looking at me like, look, you ain't about to knock me up. You better strap up or something. But then 3, they out here dating other women, which is fine, cool. You know what I'm saying? Let me get in on it. Let me watch. But then some of the dudes that they with, some of the females that they with, is dudes. It look like dudes. You know what I'm saying? So if you be fucking a lot of men up. And they not really quite sure what this new female is like. Like, because now there's a common belief that women eat pussy better than men eat pussy. What do you think? I think that's probably right. 1, women pay attention to detail way more than men do. 2, a man often is really just trying to proceed to when he can get his dick involved. And 3, if you follow a certain premise, a man would probably be a better dick sucker than a woman. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, because you know the anatomy. So you know how that spot reacts to this pressure or this wetness or this moisture or whatever. But my point being is so now you fucking with women, you don't feel, stigmatized by it. it's more and more acceptable, how am I ever going to get you back? Because she can eat your pussy better than I can. You don't have to worry about, different other shit with her that you do with me. She might have her shit more together than me. Like, where am I at in the equation? So it's a lot of dudes that's fucked up out here. This is part 2. Like I said, go look at part 1 to see the other reasons why I say men are fucked up out here. This is part 2. I said I would do a part 2. Men are also fucked up out here. Now, none of this has, this is women evolving. This is women evolving. So men didn't need to evolve, right? You can't sit here and be like, oh my God, the world is changing around me. That's not fair. No, then you up your game and evolve. But this is where we get to the final part of this video that's further got men fucked up. So one, like I said, you got women out here now. They making more bread. They can decide when or not to have a child. They can decide when or not they want to get married. They don't have to get married. They can own property. They can own businesses. They can run for office. I mean, like, what the fuck? All type of ceilings are being cracked and torn down. And there's some men that's fucked up over that. Especially if they didn't have like a for real dad or a for real father figure around. How you gonna learn to be a real man if you didn't have a real man around? It's challenging. It's challenging. So you got to pick up different examples. But when the world is evolving and the way that women move and their role in society is changing, if you most definitely didn't have a real man in your life at some point in time, it's going to be hard for you to know how to be a real man now, because you won't know the things that real men do in any situation. That's what makes you a real man. You do it regardless. So you got a situation now where, like I say, men are fucked up because women are making more bread than many men. They're owning property, they're owning businesses, they're doing all type of shit that makes a lot of men unnecessary, obsolete even. And then 2, they're more open to fucking around with other women. Strange phenomenon of now they're fucking around with women that look like dudes. Okay, whatever. But now you got a dynamic where you either got you got a split. It's split basically 3 ways. Maybe you could chop it up into 4, but it's split kind of 3 ways. You got men now who, 1, ain't about shit. Don't expect to build anything with them. That's what I mean. Don't expect to build anything with them. So this might be a poo butt do nothing, sit on their ass, reach in their pockets and pull out lint type of dude. Or it could be the type of dude that he making money out here. You know what I'm saying? But it's short-term money. You can't really plant any type of real roots or seeds with this dude. You know what I'm saying? I knew a dude, friend of mine, grew up with him. Like I said, friend of mine. And he got into a certain particular game. And I always say to people in this game, they only last maybe 2 or 3 summers. Like, they doing real good, maybe 2, 3 summers. Then after that, they get locked up or something worse happen. Whatever. So this dude got about 10 or 11 summers. He's making some good money, real good money, you know what I'm saying? And lifestyle was showing it, you know what I'm saying? He was living in certain places, riding in certain cars, fucking certain women. People was reacting to him, treating him a certain way. And then he got snitched on. Or some people say he was a snitch. Whatever. The point being is that the money that he had tried to save up, the different things that he had tried to buy as assets, not to mention all the money he spent as a consumer, tricking it off, all of that shit all of it went away to try to pay for lawyers. He had to spend some time in jail, missed out on the birth of his first kid. So it's like, for that woman, like, yeah, you thought you was going to fuck with this dude that was making it out here. He can provide, but you couldn't really plant roots with him. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult to plant seeds and know how they're going to come out with certain particular lifestyles. So, there's men out there, like I say, either the poo butt do nothings, they not trying to exceed. They're not trying to succeed. They're not trying to thrive. Then you got the ones who, they're go-getters. They're out here. They're making it. They found some way, somebody taught them something, and they got resources. And it's a very small amount of them. And a lot of women want them, and they know it, and it's real hard to get into that club, or it's a price to pay to get into that club. And then you got the third group that is trying to get their shit together. They recognize they need to get their shit together. And I would say that that's the majority. There's more of that group than the other two groups. But here's the problem for them and for women going forward, is that as those men now evolve and get their shit together to better compete, to better represent, to better prove they're a real man that can provide such and such, they reach a certain level where now they don't need women. Now what happens? If you got strong, independent, autonomous women now, who now are split, where half of them struggle to find good men and the other half say, fuck it, I'm just going to go ahead and fuck with women. What happens to the good men now who come up? They up their game. They built their muscles up. They done came up now. And now they look around the landscape and they say, I'm not dealing with that ratchet motherfucker right there. I'm not dealing with that motherfucker that's looking for a handout. And them two over there, they good with their girlfriends. But I got my shit together now. So that's what I see as a fucked up dynamic out here potentially for men and women going forward. But in particular for men. This is why men are fucked up. In the previous video, like I said, that I made, go check it out. I state some reasons in there. In this video, I state the reasons why men, women obviously go through what they go through. And I'm not trying to compare. I'm just telling you from a man, from a Sigma male perspective, some of the different shit that I see. Oh, I didn't even mention this shit. Oh my God, I didn't even mention this shit. These dating apps out here. And now you got different like AI models and AI girlfriends. There's a certain population of the generation that's coming up, because they mostly younger dudes, that's lonely as fuck. They don't really know how to fish. They don't really know how to catch. They don't really know how to relate to women. Now, some of them that might come across, like I say, a helpful woman that teaches them, they might come across maybe an older dude, an uncle like me, that says, hey, this is how you do it. This is the baby steps. This is what you look out for. But a lot of them don't have that. Or, you know what I'm saying, it's just so challenging for them that it's just easier for them to hit a computer. It's just easier for them to hit a screen, which increasingly on the other side of that screen, it's not a fucking woman. May not even be a dude. You fucking with a bot. You fucking with an algorithm. You fucking with. So this is what I'm saying. You now also got that growing dynamic. This is all new shit. You now got this new growing dynamic of men out here, mostly younger men, sub 30, sub 35, maybe even older, some older dudes. That, like I say, as the options get partitioned off, and now it seems like the fishing ain't as good. They didn't know how to fish anyway. They didn't know how to put bait on the hook. They didn't know where to go. So what they gonna do? They're gonna buy drawings of fish. So it's up for the older dudes. I guess people like me, this is part of what I'm doing. I guess it's up for people like me to put it out there and say, this is what's potentially going on. Maybe I'll make a part 3 on maybe what can be done about it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm that type of smart. I just peep out what I peep out. So I had to shoot this one in there. I'll get at y'all another day, another time. Stay up.